I don't want to just talk about my stuff, right? Like, like part of this has been, like to get the word out about Second Sight too, right? So
Yeah, so tell me what in doing the research I've done, so you're on there's a group of five of you that have made this company, correct?
yes,
Where you're editor, there's
I'm
CEO, CO.
yeah. Bradley Golden, he's the founder and CEO. He's the editor too. Also, Bradley started the company. The company itself is in Mississippi. That's where Bradley lives.
Okay, so it's actually
And
back
like
in the
it has
States
like
then.
a satellite office in Florida too, because
Oh,
Marcus Roberts is COO, and he's the submissions manager and publisher,
okay.
and he lives in Florida, and Spike lives in Florida too. Spike Gerald, he's editor in chief, he's the art director, he's print manager, and then
Okay.
you got myself, who's I'm the PR guy, and I deal with the platforms and stuff and get the word out about the company, and I'm also the editor for the Quantum Visions anthology, and I do some small bits of editing. Like I do get some submissions that are sent to me, and I look them over and I just fire them off to Bradley or to Marcus, right?
Okay.
For approval from them. But we're a small company that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We've got just today alone, we had Freak Show Night come out by this one here, Jonathan Hedrick. He's got another comic out called the Recount.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you've heard of the Recount. It's burning it up out there, right? You know, he and so we've got that. The Freak Show Night just this come out today. Freak Show Night. We've got Carla Nappy's Duplicant.
Whoa.
This is also really on fire too. It's a sci-fi story. We've got Chess, Alfred Page's Chess. We've got Blowtorch by Alfred Page. Those are all comics that are coming out this month. Last month we had Lady Freedom, Spike Gerald, and Art Belfield. We had Leave on the Lights, trade paperback, Bradley Golden, at his horror writing best.
Mm-hmm.
Leave on the Lights was something he did for mega big hit with Antarctic Press, like record breaking sales, and so it's a trade paperback coming out by us, the Leave on the Lights.
Oh, okay.
Um, so we got Book of Lyaxia, which has been featured quite a bit in previews. It's getting a lot of heat. We've got The Edge, Marvin Wynn's Edge. That those are all titles that came out last month. They all sold
Wow.
out. They're all big hits. So we've got stuff coming out every month. We've got stuff. We've got submissions come in. We brand ourselves as the future of indie comics, right?
Yeah.
And rightly so, because we're trying to do things differently at Second Sight. We take all submissions seriously. We try to have personal relationships with our creators. We are always talking and communicating with our creators. That's the backbone of publishing is the creatives, and the other
Yeah.
backbone of publishing is the fans. So we try to you know as best we can to keep up a fantastic relationship with our readers too. Like, we try to build relationships with all the comic book stores that sell our comic books. At
Mm-hmm.
one point we had one of our creators was writing handwritten letters to all the comic book stores that picked up his titles.
Wow.
um, we've got comic books in Italy, we've got comic books in Belgium, we've got comic books in Australia, we've got comic books in Great Britain, we've got them in Brazil, we've got them in Canada,
So
we've got them all through the United States. Like, we're a worldwide company, right?
yeah.
And this was all Bradley's dream. This is a dream started by Bradley in Mississippi. Like, he started his own little publishing company, and we slugged her out for a while, and then we got picked up by Diamond, and next thing you know, the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
Once, you know, I don't want to use the term legitimized us. Diamond did, but maybe they legitimized us, right? Because once,
Yeah. Like because they're the well, they were the company that would,
yes,
distribute DC and
yeah,
Marvel. If you get in with them, like, I get what you're saying, where it
yeah,
legitimized you, where it meant that you were on the same kind of playing field as Image, Dark Horse, Marvel, DC, all the big
boom,
guys. Yeah,
dynamite,
boom.
anodic
Yeah.
press, yeah. So it's back like when I first started writing comics, like my first professional work was anodic press, right?
Hmm.
Like I had done a lot of work, like I've done the stuff with Lucky Comics, like I said, I did the Starbolt with Jimmy Hashi, and I did
Yeah.
the Lucky Comics, the Green Giant and the Unknown Tales, and I did the Beetle Girl and stuff. But those I don't consider were professional work, right? Professional, personally, I considered was the stuff that was in Diamond. That Diamond, that I didn't print myself, or I didn't get printed at a
Yeah.
local printer and bring to a comic book store and put on the shelf myself, right? So like Antarctic Press would have been my first legitimate, to me, professional work would have been, because they were carried by Diamond, right? And
Yeah.
they were in
Exactly.
previews. So, and I'm not saying to any creator out there or any writer out there that you have to be in Diamond, that like just keep slugging away. This is a personally for myself. I didn't, like it didn't feel legit till previews had my name in it, right? That's
Yeah.
maybe that was a goal or something, right? So, but for Second Sight, like we're on the move. Like we've signed some really big names, right? We've got Hanu Kasola, his Blood Skulls and Chrome. And that's actually been optioned for a movie. There's actually a
Whoa.
movie being filmed at this moment about this comic book series, and yeah, we picked it up. We were lucky that Hanu, you know, picked us, right? And he's also got
Yeah.
a there's another series coming out by him that we've picked up, that I can talk about it another time. We've got, like I said, we've got some really really amazing creators that are taking notice, and the industry's taking notice of us too, right?
Hmm.
We're being picked up by Bleeding Cool, we're being picked up by Newsarama, we're being picked up by all the big sites are picking us up, right? you
Yeah.
know
Exactly.
and that's kind of flattering, because part of what I
Oh
do
yeah.
is to talk to these people. So I'm not sure. Like I like we Second Sight, like we have the Freedom Verse,
Hmm.
which is the superhero part, and then we have the second verse, which is the fantasy and the horror.
Yeah.
And so like the Mississippi Zombie imprint that I was talking about before, and the Harvest of Horrors, they all basically fall under the second verse. But they, like I said, they go through Caliber. Caliber is going to be the one that like Diamond distributes it, but Caliber public like prints
It
it,
prints it out. Yeah.
puts
Yeah.
their logo on it, and our logo, of course, right? Because if you look at it, it's a Caliber comic, but it's Second Sight too, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, your
you
logo
know,
will be on there. Now, I did want to ask you about this. So, like you said, you're with Diamond now. So, one, you guys at Second Sight Publishing are taking uh, open submissions from anyone,
yes,
pretty well anywhere, as long as they're willing to send it.
yes,
Um, Now, I did want to ask. So, because you've got guys out in Mississippi, you're out in eastern half of Canada.
yes.
There is no like Second Sight Publishing building, right? Like it's a
No,
digital
but the
workspace.
home base is Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay.
We are Mississippi's only um, comic book company.
Oh wow. Okay.
And like, so yeah, so the home base is Mississippi. It's Bradley's hometown in
Yeah.
Mississippi.
But thankfully,
and
as
and I
mentioned, you don't
I,
have
I
to live
don't
there.
want to mispronounce it. I think it's Pontoc or something
Okay.
like that, but I could be completely wrong, right? You know what I
We'll
mean?
we'll
Like,
have it up.
yeah. yeah. So,
Mm.
no, he's Mississippi. He's proud of being Mississippian too, like Mississippi zombie, right? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, yeah, Bradley's a good guy. Learned a lot from Bradley.
Good.
Mentor. Like if it, like I tell you, and I tell this to everyone who's willing to listen. Like, Bradley's a great guy. If it wasn't for Bradley Golden, I don't like I can't say that I wouldn't have been professionally published, but Bradley, he helped, right?
Good.
Like like with the picking me up for Mississippi Zombie and then like with the exciting comics
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, and him and I getting to like write these damn kids, which is like in the same horror universe. Like he asked me if I co-write it with him. I was very flattered. Like these damn kids is in the same universe as Leave on the Lights and Cold Blooded, which are both big hit comic series. He's got another one coming out called Sunny, and
Oh,
these have
okay.
all been they were all picked up for option for movies, like through Spirit Rider Productions
Oh,
and
okay.
there's some other stuff in the works too that along with that, so like that was a pretty big deal, and a lot of that is because Bradley took faith in this crazy maritimer. You know what I mean? And Marcus too. And I got to give a shout out to Spike and Marcus. Like Marcus is, he's a fantastic publisher, great friend, great writer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're see this is the amazing thing about Second Sight, and this is what I say every time I get a chance to talk about them is we're not corporates, we're creators. Like everybody who's in Second Sight are all writers. Like we all write comic books. Like
Mm-hmm.
Bradley he's an award nominated writer. Like he's like got a lot of hits on his hands. You got Marcus, who's been a two-time Glyph nominated writer. He's got a lot of hits on his hands. He's got a lot of fantastic stuff coming out here in the future. He's got stuff in Mississippi Zombie. He's got stuff in Harvest of Horrors. He's got his own Protector title coming out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And other stuff in the works. It's Hedge Hollow and all that. And then you got Spike. He's got the Lady Freedom, which was out last month. He's got all kinds of other stuff in the works. He's got some anthologies going. So we're all creators. So
Yeah.
we're creators who are helping creators. So we know what we like to see in comic books. We know what we like to see in like like how to be treated, because
Mm-hmm.
we've been on that other end. You know what I mean? Like we've been the people who've submitted to publishers. We've been the people who eagerly looked in the Diamond Previews magazine to see our stuff. You know what I mean? And all that. So we can see it from both ends. Like like I'm an editor. Marcus, we're all editors. We're all.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm not is I'm not an artist. Spike's an artist too. He's an artist, a writer, an editor, and editor in chief, and all the many hats that he wears at Second. A phenomenal artist too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't draw a stick man if my life depended on it. Now, as far as artistry with Bradley and Marcus goes, I'm not entirely sure. They might be fantastic artists too. They're phenomenal writers, right? And really good people, eh? And we try to be that down to earth company, right? Like we're not, like we try to personalize everything. We we we
Mm-hmm.
we have personal relationships with all the creators who are have titles coming out last month, this month, and the months coming up. I don't know them all personally to pat them on the back, but I know who they are enough because I've been in enough chats with them, right?
Yeah.
We
You've
always have
spoken with them at
open
least. Yeah.
conversation. There's open transparency at Second Sight. We have open chats with all our creators all the time. We are always asking them, what can we do better? We're asking our fans, what can we do better? Because we do want to be the future of indie comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to do things differently. We want to show that there is a way to make comics fun again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and make people want to rush to the store there on Wednesday to get the remember what it was like as a kid.
Yep.
and you're waiting for that next issue to come out, and in the world of Netflix and Amazon, where, look, trust me, I just binge watched. You know what I mean? Uh, Snowpiercer, right?
Yep.
Season 1 and 2. So hey, I'm guilty. But remember what it was like to wait for something.
Yep.
That next issue's coming out. We want to give that back to the readers, right? We want to have content that makes you want to, you know, rush to the store on Wednesday, to pick up that comic. And we're doing that. Like I said, with Freak Show Night, and with Duplicate and Chess and The Edge and Blowtorch and Lady Freedom, and the different trade paperbacks got coming out. We've got, like I said, we've got, and it's amazing. We've got like creators from all over the world. Like we've got Hanu from, and I know I'm Hanu Kasola. Hanu, I'm sorry. I think you're from Finland, but if you're from Sweden, please correct me. You know, and like I said, we got Helmut Racco from the Philippines. We got Sebastian Suarez. He's got a fantastic title coming out in the near future. He's from South America. We've got a lot of great American talent. We've got some Canadian talent. We've got Evan Pozos, I think. He's Johnny Phantasm. He created Johnny Phantasm,
Oh wow.
and and he created some other Red Hawk and some other really amazing titles. He's got a title coming out with us called The Silence. It's fantastic. I can't talk enough about it. I wish I had a copy to show you, but it's not coming out until the fall. He's
Not there
Canadian,
yet.
so
Yep.
we're all over the world, man. We're conquering the world one comic book shop at a time, right?